Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So many times, guys, you asked me to do a tutorial about moving goals, and today is the day, okay, guys? So first of all, before we start, I want to talk about the differentiation between two different types of moving goal. One of them is specifically when you go from one pose to another, and then after this, this big movement, there is a bit of transition and settling in, right? The second type for me is mostly when your character is just simple idle, okay? Maybe you're animating a secondary character who's just listening to a conversation, or after a gesture you need to keep the character still and not doing much for like 5 to 6 seconds, right? And you don't want to keep it completely still, okay? You don't want to make it look floaty or weird, stuff like that. And there is always a lot of struggle in this. And today I want to really give you some practical advice that you can really implement right away and improve your animation, because if you follow my channel, guys, I'm all about practicality at the end, right? I really want to show you in Maya what needs to be done. Okay, so first of all, I shoot a reference. Let me very quickly go here and turn the character into proxy, so hopefully the animation is gonna be faster. And let's go back to camera and take a look at the reference together for a moment, right? So this is me with my mask, just play it, right? And as you can see, I'm barely moving, right? More or less, I'm staying in the center. There is a little bit of weight shift, a little bit of rotation, very little on the arms, right? So today I really want to focus about those things and how to achieve them as fast as possible without going crazy, right? So as you can see, I'm not moving much, but it helps to keep the character alive a little bit. And another thing is you want to exaggerate or reduce those movements based on how further or close is the camera to the character. All right, we're gonna talk about more in details later. But let's talk about normally classic mistake, guys, I was doing when I was doing moving goals, right? At the very beginning of my career, I didn't know how to approach these things. And if you follow my channel, when I animate, normally I do posing blocking plus. So I was trying to go like, okay, there is an acceleration over here, and I will do this and move it, right? And now there is here, look like it's not moving much. I'll do it like this again. Then here an acceleration like this, right? And moving it like this, right? So if you try basically to do something like this, you end up going crazy, first of all, and the result might be very, very messy. So in my opinion, there is an easiest way to approach this, to make it really simple, and that's what I want to do with you guys, really break it down in the simplest way. And is to, so first of all, it's really difficult to look at the all this micro movement if you play in real time like this, right? It's very difficult to see. But if you notice that I put my cursor here and I scrub very quickly, the movement became suddenly more obvious, okay? So what we need to do, the first step we need to do, I know it sounds like a cliche, but we need to hit all the extreme poses, I would say starting with the pelvis, right? So starting every time like the pelvis is moving from left to right over here, okay? And try to remember, not remember, note it down what the hip is doing. And the best way to do this, instead of going with animation, is to use, first of all, let me say, guys, is to use the graph editor over here, the grease pencil, sorry, not the graph editor, and tracking down a part of the body. Okay, for example, we could use this one over here. Let me go here and show with the grease pencil. Today I will try not to edit my tutorial. Okay, guys. So this is the center. Let's press very quickly. See, there is a little rotation till here. This is more or less is the extreme, right? So I'll do another one over here. Boom, boom. Then this other one, the extreme, I would say, of this movement, it's around here. Obviously, when you do moving holds, you don't have to do it perfectly, right? Then here, you see, we have this movement over here. Let's try to find out this extreme, right? And so on. But look at this one. This is very subtle and small. All right. See, there is this one, and kind of stopping around here, right? Then from here, So I'm not too much worried today about the easy in, easy out. It's something that if you know how to do at some point, it will come naturally to you. Okay? Boom. I want to track down all those big movements. Okay, I would say this is another one when you're reaching down here. Okay, it's coming kind of down. And then it's going up a little bit. Oh, look how I'm shifting. Look how it's shifting here. Okay, and it kind of stop here, more or less, I would say. Right? Another extreme. Here is shifting over here. It's shifting a lot. Okay. And same here. Looks again how it's going here. He's sitting here. Okay, it's sitting up here. And then actually going up. Oh, let me remove this one. Okay, going up here. All small movement. Look, actually here there is a little big breakdown where it's going up higher. And then going down here. Boom, see it's doing a little arc. Boom. And here again. All right. Let's note it down this part over here. See here I'm doing slightly over here, slightly on the left. And then boom, shifting. Look how I'm shifting the weight. Right? Boom, here. Shift in this direction, right? Boom, here. Stop around here. Right? I think you're getting the idea so far. Boom. Here, oops, a little bit of adjustment on this side. And look, it's very tiny. It's keeping a little balance left to right. And sometimes these things, to animate those things, is a lot easier to do it in the graph editor. Boom, look how my body is going down a little bit here. Boom, and boom. Okay, and then we go towards the end of it. All right. So basically, that's what I'm doing, kind of more or less to track the movement. Okay, boom. And here it is going up. Right. So now that we have done with this exercise, first of all, we're gonna save. I would suggest maybe we start, obviously with the COG here, and we are gonna start to eat all those. First of all, we need to do something. This is what it's happening when. Okay, right. So we're gonna start to do this, and we can remove this one, and go very closely, starting to animate these things. And when you do this one, guys, it's not only about transition. Okay, that's the thing I want to discuss about it. It's not only about translation. Sorry, it's also we need to be mindful about rotation as well. Okay, so the best way is to put a key here and pop between these two, so you can see very well what is going on in the character, because you have a pop, right? So the movement is going to be a lot more obvious now. And we know that it's slightly moving here and rotating a little bit, right? Boom, boom. See, I'm doing this. And a little bit maybe like this as well. And if sometimes you feel like, oops, it's too much, it's always good to go here, obviously, and start to reduce right away what you need. Okay, if you feel like, oh, maybe I've been doing it way too much, right? I'm moving the character way too much. Sometimes I rather adjust those things immediately, right? And then we go here. And again, boom. See how the boom, it's moving kind of here. Boom, is moving this on this side. Okay. Gonna move to the second part. And we need to, every time I need to do this, it's kind of annoying, I would say, but it needs to be done. Okay, and remove this one. Okay, so let's go here again now to the next section and see here how it's going back, right? And then now we take a look at the rotation. See, it's rotating back. Maybe here a bit more and here more as well in rotation, right? Boom. Now we go here. Okay, see like how this time is very little. Basically my pelvis is kind of going here and down a little bit, all right? And again, there is still a bit of rotation this way, not much this time. Okay? And now again, we go here with these two. So it's rotating back, boom. Again, but it's moving and going down a little bit more, boom. Right? Here, now we're gonna take a look and see how it's gonna coming forward here, but it looked like to me that it's also in perspective is coming forward. Okay, this is something we need to keep in consideration a little bit. Okay, see? And rotation, I still want to keep it a tiny bit. Okay, nothing crazy. All right, and again, same rotation like this, and here, and here. Right? So now we again, sometimes it's good to check back and control what we just done. 1, 2, actually, let me go back here. All right. Seems so far we are doing well. Let's save again. Right. Let's take a look now at the next section here. And again, let's go back on a close-up. Okay, boom. We're gonna do this. And slightly rotating. So it's always, you have to be very careful what's happening in rotation as well, not just right? See, this is a tricky part because it looks like it's not really moving much, almost breathing. So there is very little movement in the spine or anything. Just we need to do maybe later with the chest. Okay, and maybe rotate a bit like this and back. All right. And again, here see how we are going back and up. Okay. Maybe too much up. To rotate. And again, here continue to go here but down. Okay, right? And then again here. Sorry. We need to go here again. Boom. See? I'm pushing it on this side in translation. And here, go back and settle a little bit, right? Okay, so obviously I continue with the rest of the section, right? I mean, you understand what needs to be done until the very end. And if you go to the very beginning, and basically I will skip directly to every key, you will notice that more or less now the pelvis is kind of following the reference, right? It's doing similar movement, okay? It's up to you at the end, as I mentioned before, how much you want to tone it down or exaggerate it, depending how close your character is to the camera. But the thing is, obviously, we only started, right? Because basically, because most of the time we have keys every 15 frames, stuff like that. If I just go here and play this, it still will look floaty and weightless. And the reason is mostly because there is no easy in, easy out, and there is not no arc at all, right? In the weight and stuff like that. Plus, there is no hip, anything, right? So everything is kind of missing. So I would say the best things to approach, at least for myself, I want to continue to work on the pelvis right now, but just started to work on the easy in, easy out, and make sure it's already from there, things start to look less floaty. Okay, guys? So first things you guys want to do, go in the graph editor, select everything, and me personally, I prefer just to press this button over here to make sure that the tangent are smooth, right? And we are gonna go again into smaller section right now, and we're gonna start from here, even the smallest one. And you can download this tool over here. You know, if you follow my channel, you know probably you won't be able to see with the screen recording, but I'm using the Tween machine tool, which basically allow me to do any easy in, easy out, creating keys here and doing any easy in, easy out. If you download animate, guys, you can do the same kind of stuff, and you will use this tool to do the easy in, easy out. So you see, like even here, there is a quick acceleration right at the beginning, and then it's kind of slowing down. So we'll go here, and I will create a key favoring this key over there, right? In case you don't have the tool, guys, there is another way to do this, which is basically creating a key over here and then moving it back to the center, right? So right now it will accelerate and then kind of slow down here, right? Same things, more or less. And you see now this transition over here. Again, look how slow it is at the beginning, right? And then can accelerate a little bit more here. So you just need to do something like you could create a key over here, shift it, right? Maybe a little bit less, yeah, here. Maybe you can start to have a little bit of down arc and go a little bit lower with your body, all right? And do create an acceleration over here. See, here it's kind of slowing down, so you can just create a key here and move it here, boom. Okay, now we realize obviously it's taking way too long, right? It's a bit too snappy. So it's important to go to the graph editor at this stage and start to clean those things over here, right? You want to do it, you want to have a nice easy in, easy out, but you want to make sure also you're not exaggerating, right? Say here, say it's kind of messy, right? You want to go here and see if there is anything else. This is fine because we are going down a little bit, right? We can just do all this. And maybe you can still see that the up and down, first of all, could be a little bit too much. So we're going to reduce it. And maybe we can reduce also a little bit this one, the rotation as well, right? And maybe we can reduce this one a little bit as well. Okay, you just have to test basically at the end of the day, guys. You know, All right, and I think this one over here is still a bit too much in rotation, so we need to reduce it quite a lot. Maybe here this part is still a bit, the acceleration and deceleration is still a bit too much. Again, when the thing is, when you're doing those subtle movement, you have to be very careful, because if you do it too snappy, then yes, it will become distracting. If you're doing too little, it's not visible. Oops, sorry. If it's too little, I was saying it's not too visible. Right, so you want to find a balance. Okay. Okay, even here a bit less, reduce it. Okay, see, we find the right, because I know sometimes when we follow just the reference like this, it's easy to to fall into a trap, right? So now let's go back here and let's take a look at these two. See, okay, let's same things over here. Look how slowly it's moving, right? See, until here it's moving very, very slow. So we wanna take here and kinda right, really slowly until here. Let me see if I accidentally activate the, no, there is nothing. And then boom here. See, this is decelerating here. So we create a key and put it here. Boom. Right? And same things over here. Small acceleration here and small deceleration. Right? And let's take a look one more time. Okay, and again, we're gonna go in the graph editor and adjust all this. See here what's going on. This is not working, so you wanna kind of do this and adjust all this part over here. You can also start to do this if you want. Right? Alright, this could be a way of. Let's try to do this way. Here, I'm not really convinced about the result. So here, what we can do is to break the tangent and go here, break tangent and make them free. Okay, so we can really do like this. Okay. And even here, be mindful about this next step. Right? Now, so very quickly check everything else. Right? Delete keyword are not really necessary. And smooth it out this part over here. See? There's a lot of things needs to be done still. Right? And again, we go here and take a look. We zoom out a little bit. Right? We can go from the very beginning as well. See, for example, I feel like again this rotation might be a bit too much. And again, same things what I've been doing. If I really wanted, I could just reduce this. Oh, sorry, not translation. Okay, see here also here there is some issue that I kind of miss. Okay. Right. Yep. So basically, we want to kind of reduce all this. Okay. Here again, we can go back here. Okay. And obviously, keep in mind, guys, that at the moment we are basically only working on the COG over here, and we are not doing anything else, right? Okay, this is, for example, as you can see, the movement here is going to be quite different. So we're going to go in this section. All right, so here it seems a bit more tricky, right? So it's important that we really figure out what's going on in the body. And sometimes when it's hard to, to see what's going on, see here, it looks like it's, I should move this a lot more, right? So again, look at here how little is moving. Okay, so I'm gonna create a key. And now what I'm gonna do, analyze really, is that you see like there is little movement here, but there is movement on the chest. So maybe a bit more of rotation here. See, it's doing this now, right? And again, this one can go here. See now this is doing this. It's moving this one, but it's moving less on the chest. See? And now settling like this, coming forward. Okay. A little bit more like this, maybe. All right. Okay, it's almost like having a little arc, basically. And obviously, again, I'm gonna go here, make sure everything is clean, in the graph editor. Right, maybe again here we can have a little easy in, easy out. Very quickly, I wanna see what is going on. Right, we can improve those things as much as we need them. Right. Okay, more or less. See, doing this little coming forward with the body. Now let's take a look at this other section. Same stuff over here. Again, let's start very slow. See, like for the first 10 frames, almost look like it's not moving at all. But again, if I scrub like this, sometimes it's difficult, right? So let me go here between these two keys. And it look like it's again, as I mentioned, it's coming forward a little bit. All right. Maybe see, maybe I went way too much, way too extreme here. Okay. And it look like that it's gonna again coming forward slightly on this side. Here again, another very little easy in this time. See, now there is something weird it's happening. Okay, it looks like it's gonna coming back, which is it's not the case. So probably I've done exaggerate this one way too much, and now it means I need to bring back. Actually, sometimes it's easier doing like this because the movement is really subtle. So we can just keep doing this, adjusting the rest of it. So to reduce how it's moving forward. Okay. Again, same things here. Maybe this one we want to easy in with the previous gesture. We want to reduce the rotation on the Z here. Okay, we can ease it a little bit early with the previous gesture that we had before. Let's go here. Easy in, easy out. This one. All right. And again, it's up to you at the end how you want to push it. Because, for example, if you feel like this movement is still way too much, just go here and, reduce it. Reduce it and bring everything else up. Okay, same things over here. You feel like, hey, this is going way too much, and then let's take this, and you guys can just boom, reduce it, right? Let me save. Right, let's take a look at this old section that we've done until now. Okay, so it started to feel a little bit better, obviously, and obviously it's not perfect because we did all this work basically just with one controller. Okay, guys, and the other things, for example, I want to do now is to do with this one, right? Because we've been working on this one, but the shoulder, they might move in a different way compared to the pelvis, right? Look at, for example, between these two. Look how these two are kind of going like this and down. See? Boom. And same stuff over here. Now here is working like this and like this. See? Boom. Again, I'm gonna do this extreme. See? Boom. Here is slightly forward, but coming down like this. Maybe a bit of compression, right? And again, look at this too. It's coming here, rotating like this, but still compressing forward. And here, kind of relaxing a little bit back. All right. Now let me go back here for a moment. Let's see if this is all. Yeah, this is only the. Let's focus on this section for now. All right. See, as soon as I start, even now we didn't do any easy in, easy out with this controller, already makes it look like better. All right. And again, we're gonna go here. Okay, I'm gonna clean everything. And same things that we did before, we're gonna work on the easy in, easy out. Same things over here, right? So we're gonna go here and create a key and put it over here. Boom. Yeah, now we work on the next section. A little bit of easy in here. And boom, boom. Let's go to this second section. Again, let's take a look what's going on. See, here it's opening up a little bit more. So I need to adjust. It's not that you can just put a key over here, right? Okay. See, here it's continue to move a little bit, for example. Okay. And now we did this. Again, we're gonna go in the graph editor, clean it, right? And start to take a look at the rotation. Is in, easy out. Seems to be okay. Don't see any major issue. Maybe here we can do the easy in, easy out a bit better, right? Right. Same things here. little bit of up and down, I think, that we had was here somewhere. No. Okay, see, started to feel alive. Maybe this movement is a bit too much at the very beginning. So we're gonna just reduce this one way a lot. Okay, boom, and then continue now with the second section. Okay, we're gonna continue here. See, we're gonna have a little easy in here again, maybe until here. Okay, I think we are there. And here I think we just need to press down a little bit more before going up here. Okay. You can see again, maybe here was done way too much. Okay. Yeah, exactly. See. Boom. A little bit. Just needs to be settled. Again, big easy in. See, like at the beginning, look like I'm almost not moving. And then here. Okay. And again, let's check the reference always, right? Because it looks like you see here, I'm kind of shifting the weight a bit more here on this side. And here, slightly back. All right. And again, let's go to the graph editor and check all those things. Maybe here I wanna kind of smooth it out like this. Okay. Right. See, a little bit of transition. Again, could be too much. You can reduce it. Maybe we need to actually reduce it quite a lot, I would say. Okay. Let's go here and let's reduce this part over here a lot. Right. See, very nice little movement. Okay. And then we're gonna go from here to this last one. Okay, here it look like there's almost no movement in the spine. So we're gonna do this. Set a key over here, and again take a look the movement again. Here looks like it's coming forward, doing this and doing this. Boom. Look like for a moment it's kinda opening the chest up a little bit and then go back. All right. And again, going back here. A little bit of overshoot here as we were planning to do. This we're gonna reduce them because we're gonna keep them really subtle. All right. Okay. So now that we already added the spine and everything, guys, the upper chest is starting to look a lot better, right? Again, there is some dirtiness, needs to be clean, but I'm pretty sure if you've been following my channel now, you know how to fix all those things, right? And you just can go on the graph editor, clean it up, testing it. And once this is done, basically you can go ahead and do the same with the hip, okay? Because the hip will need some kind of movement, and we can do something a little bit with the head right now, right? And with the head, we can try to do try to keep it a little bit separate, right? First of all, those keys we don't need them anymore, right? I want to go here again, and we're gonna do the same things. Try this time to to go frame by frame, not frame by frame, to go section by section and realize where the main keys are, right? See here is slightly moving to the right. Okay. Okay, maybe we can keep it center. Okay. But a little bit more forward. Okay. And slightly, look how slightly I'm coming down with the head. Right, and from here, continue to come down a little bit. Oops. Right. Continue to push here. Now it's going up. See, the little bit of a movement. Okay. Now let's move to the next section. See here a very little, there is an acceleration looking down here. Like coming looking here a little bit. And then still moving here with a bit of a down arc here. And here can now relax, right? So for the head, you don't need anything crazy, right? You can still go maybe and having a little bit of, if you want to really as animator, you want to have a bit of a drag, right? Stuff like that. Very, very subtle. Again, those things really depends how close is your camera, because if your character is gonna really be far away, you have to be careful and not exaggerating those things too much, right? Okay, guys, let me spend a few words about the arms as well and the finger. As you can see, guys, for the arms, I think you can kind of take the same approach that we've done for the pelvis and everything, in the sense, go from one extreme pose to another. For example, you can set up a key over here, right? Do another one over here suddenly, right? A little bit behind like this. And you know, this is gonna be the other extreme keys when the arms is kind of going forward, right? You can take more or less similar approach. Obviously, as you can see, I'm using all these controllers, but you should use all three of them, right? And here it's kind of settling back down again, right? This is the other part where it's kind of going back, right? And you can continue to do this, offset the controller, continue to do the easy in, easy out. For me personally, in these cases, I like to have the arms independent. It means that if you rotate the chest, they're gonna stay aligned inward. And if you struggle to see the details to the fingers and stuff like that, my suggestion, go very quickly, reshoot a reference. Maybe you can shoot a reference specifically with a close-up on your hands and finger just to study bit movement like that. But at the end of the day, you have to reinterpret it, you know, those movements and make them cleaner when you do the animation of working on the graph editor. But for me, guys, this way, it's you know, going by layers, starting with the pelvis, then the chest, the neck, stuff like that. It's a lot easier approach, and as I told you guys, by switching keys like this, you can see very well if you're capturing all the right movement in the reference, even when you're breakdown, and then going back in the graph editor to tweak it and stuff like that. Okay, guys? So I hope this tutorial was helpful. I just wanted to share a different approach to animation for this specific case, guys. I will complete the tutorial today because I have very little time, you know, between my work, my private student, not much time more to do any tutorial. But still, I hope you enjoy, and this could answer most of your concern and question. Okay? See you next time. Ciao, guys.